think about the Japanese?
What I think about the Japanese? They're very good. They are the best in the world. In terms of America, we're not far behind them. It's a close draw. Our top players in America will definitely give the top players in Japan a challenge. Europe has a lot of very good players. The average European is better than the average American. So if you hit me on this camera, America, step your shit up. As far as top players, we have more top players in America than top players in Europe. So I would say our top players in America are better than the top players in Europe. But it's kind of like an even scale if you think about it. It's not too far apart. So it's a lot of good competition. And I think with a lot of practice and a lot of learning experience and a lot of unity, for one, we can overcome the Japanese in their own game.
You had the opportunity to play against European guys in night sessions. What do you think?
The Europeans, well, France in general, France is better than I expected. Have a lot of diversity and a lot of experience with most matchups. Not a lot of matchups, but most. So I've played like, Luffy, Yamazaki, Jin, Starnab,
Evans.
Evans, yeah. I played Evans. I played Killavan, played the Balrog player. I keep forgetting his name, but Renegade, yeah. Yeah, they all play different characters. So, I've beaten all of them. It's not one French person I haven't beat, but it's not to say they can't beat me either. They are very good, and I just think the only thing they're lacking in is matchup experience. That's probably it.
Yeah, I thought the European players were really good. As usual, when you come to France, everybody here is very good. The level is always high, the players work hard. The top players, Yamazaki, Starnab, Lord DVD, Killavan, all very good. The Italians are very good, Spanish. Even the players from Holland were very good as well. And obviously the UK players have done their homework. They've came here, they've represented well. I think the level in Europe is really high. I think I'd have to disagree slightly what Dieminion said about the level between America and Europe. I think it's hard to kind of judge unless both America and Europe come together and play their best players against our best players. I think sometimes the American players are almost overhyped. Not to say that they're not as good or even better than Europe, but I think Americans in general, they hype their players up a lot more than the players in Europe. In Europe we see our players, we don't really treat our players as superstars. We're all the same. We go to the arcade, we hang out, we have fun. We don't look at each other as being anything special. We're just friends, we just play the game, we have fun. That's what it's all about. But I think sometimes in America you've got like a hierarchy where the good players are seen as celebrities. And, because of this, I think that a lot of players outside of America can almost look upon the Americans as something better, something more than perhaps they're not. So what I'd like to see Europe versus USA.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the best in Europe play the best in America.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a debate on the French.
And I think until you really get the 5 best in Europe against the 5 best in America, you're never gonna know who's better, because we have different tournaments over here, and they've got different tournaments in America, and both Europe and America are so big. We've players in every different country, as America has players all over America. America's massive. The East Coast, the West Coast, they've got the Midwest, And I think until we kind of come together and really see who is the best, then we won't know. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, Europe is the best. You know, because I really don't know. I really can't say. But going back to the original question, I think Europe has a lot of really good players, and I think everybody's like, I'd say everybody's happy with the performance. You know, you kind of put in what you get out. You know, you work hard, you get the results. You practice, you win. You know, you don't practice, you lose.
What do you think about Ryan?
Ryan,
Yeah.
Ryan Hart.
Mhm.
He's a very good player, very accomplished in many different games. You know, he works hard, he does his homework. You know, he travels to different countries, and he's a very good tournament player. You know, he comes ready, he comes prepared, he practices. You know, and he really, you know, he does the UK pride. You know, because when he leaves the UK, he's representing the UK, and he represents well everywhere he travels. He always does a good job, and he's a very, very good player.
Ryan Hart is godlike. Ryan Hart is probably Europe's top 3, you know, best players. He has came to Evo last year in Las Vegas, and he's proven worthy. And he's played a lot of top players. He's played Daigo at Evo and managed to win. He has played Arturo, who plays as Dao Sum. The last score, I believe, was 10-5. He really didn't know the matchup at the time, so I guess we'll have to see a rematch of Arturo versus Ryan next Evo or maybe sooner. I don't know if he's played Justin, but Ryan he's very accomplished in a lot of fighting games, and he does his homework. He studies his matchups, and that's what makes a good player from an okay player.
Mm.